You must be Jordan. Hi. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Stasia. I will be taking over for Megan and Christina as your new counselor. So I'm hoping we can get to know each other, get comfortable, and just kind of chat about life, what's going on. Would that be okay with you? Okay. Well, please make yourself comfortable. Let me know if you'd like any water or coffee. Okay. So it's important to me to get to know the people that I spend time with as a counselor. So I've been doing a little bit of research on your background. I read over all the different notes in your file from Megan and Christina's sessions with you. So I have a little bit of background on you, but I really wanted to take this opportunity to get to know you here one-on-one and hear about your life and what's been going on in your own words. Okay? So, let's just start really easy and simple. Do you have any questions for me? Well, I am new to Lake area, but I do have many years of counseling experience at a couple other colleges, 3 other colleges to be exact. And this is my first year at Lake area. Everyone has been so nice and welcoming. It's a really great community that we have here. And I'm just very excited to get to know the students better. So if you think of anything else you want to know about me, just let me know and I'm happy to share. But we're here to talk about you, so I'd love to just focus on that, okay? So, Jordan, how are things going? Just overall in school, in your home life, personal life, just everything across the board. How is it? Okay. Well, so you've been a little bit stressed. You've been pretty stressed, okay. That's totally understandable and nothing to feel bad about. It just shows that you care very deeply, and it shows that you're invested in this process, in school, and in your personal life. I think it would be more concerning if you were completely apathetic and you felt nothing about it at all. The fact that you have even stressful or frustrated feelings is actually a really great sign because it shows that one, you care, and two, it's your internal guidance system letting you know where you can make some adjustments, where you can fine tune or change things around to improve the quality of your life and your experiences here. So I think you're really on the right track, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. These are actually all very, very good signs. So I'm just going to make a couple notes. And then we're going to dive in and figure out step by step how to make the necessary adjustments to eliminate, or at least greatly minimize the stress that you have been feeling in any area, whether it's school or personal. Okay? So we'll start with school stress. Let's talk about your grades. How are you feeling about that? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it's not too late, so it's good that you're taking the time now to reevaluate where you want your grades to be before the end of the semester. So it's still very doable to change things in the direction that you want them to be. So just know that. And I can absolutely emphasize, I can definitely understand how stressful and frustrating it must be to deal with these glitches in the computer systems. It's very annoying, and that's a level of stress that you shouldn't be subjected to. However, since you can't necessarily change the school system itself, why don't we look at the things that you do personally have control over? So if we spend our time thinking about things that we are unable to control, that's just going to create not only a lot of stress, but also very defeating feelings of hopelessness, and that's just not moving in a productive direction. You get me? I find that the most empowering and efficient approach is to focus your attention only on the things that are within your control, that you are able to alter with your actions and your focus. So what can we do in this case? You cannot change the school's computer system. Okay, so we just cross that off the list. But you can take steps to eliminate that stress from your life by over preparing. Each time that you complete one, you could, let's say, save a backup copy of it. I'm not sure exactly how what program you use for your specific assignments, but let's just say hypothetically, you could save a backup copy of your assignments, and you could have a link to it that, let's say, is uploaded somewhere where the assignment can be opened, and each time that you submit your assignment to your teacher through your regular way that you submit it, you could also email this link to the teacher to the backup copy, letting them know that if anything happens with the glitch in the system, they always have the link in their email to the backed up copy of your assignment. And what this will do is it will give you the peace of mind that you have covered your bases above and beyond. So no matter what happens with the school computer system, you've let your teachers know and provided them with proof and access to your assignment, even if it is lost in their system. That's an example of something you can do. I hope that makes sense, but I think that would be really helpful in giving yourself the peace and giving yourself the peace and comfort of knowing that you have covered your bases and your work is saved and protected, and you have emails to show that you have in fact submitted it, whether or not it's lost in their system. So things like that, just kind of thinking outside the box and making sure to work around the things that you can't control with the things that you can control. So I think that will eliminate that stress out of your life. Okay? So please let me know how that goes. And I hope that you find that helpful. Okay. So I saw a note in your file that you have a YouTube channel. I think that's amazing. That takes so much courage and just belief in yourself. So that's really impressive that you have made a channel. And I see it doesn't say what your channel is or any specific details about it, but what I can say is that the biggest courage and bravery comes at the very, very beginning when when you don't have an established audience yet, and I'm not sure where your channel's at. If you do have an audience, if you don't, if you've just kind of started it, but I will say that it's very scary and difficult in the beginning when you don't have an established audience, if that's the case for you, and you don't fully know what content is going to work, is not going to resonate, and it's kind of a scary, unknown thing, but it takes a lot of bravery, and it's very impressive that you've taken these steps to do that. And one other thing that I will say about that, even though the beginning is a scary, unknown time, it is also the most freeing, liberating time of creativity for your channel. So the upside of starting that before it's kind of found its way and its audience is that you have full creative freedom. So you have the ability to try all kinds of different things and create very different types of videos without the pressure of, is it gonna get a lot of views, is it not? You can just test out whatever you want. This is the perfect time to explore your creative outlet, and at any point really in your channel, no matter how long you've been doing it, it is good to try new things and explore different sides of yourself and your thoughts, the things you're interested in. So it's really not about views or subscribers, even though it may seem that way on the surface. Those are very secondary compared to the personal growth that you will experience yourself. So you've already taken a big leap by starting the channel and putting yourself out there. So that is already huge, huge points that you shouldn't forget for your personal growth as a person, for your personal growth on many levels. And just don't give up. Just keep going and creating, and do it for yourself first and foremost. Just create what's fun for you, what's interesting for you, and as you follow that, you will attract and naturally find other people or your audience that connect with the things that also interest you. So that would be my advice about that. But I'd love to hear more about your channel when and if you are willing to talk to me about it. But you don't have to, it's up to you. Okay? So, speaking of personal growth and development, can you tell me how you're feeling about your personal life, your social life, maybe the dating scene? Okay. So it's been a little bit of an issue with the ASD diagnosis. You say that's been affecting your personal interactions, particularly with women that you are interested in, right? Okay. Well, I mean, that's a very, very common feeling for men of your age, even without that diagnosis. I would say that the majority of guys that are in college, even if on the outside it might seem that they are very confident or they're very secure, I would say that the majority of them, regardless of their diagnoses or their personal histories, the vast majority of them, maybe all of them, absolutely have these fears, these feelings of awkwardness and just general discomfort surrounding this area, maybe comparing themselves to other people and maybe not having things work out exactly the way that they envision them or want them to. And I have to say that even though, of course, it may be quite difficult, it is a very normal part of the process, because this is an age and a time when everyone is figuring out who they are as individuals, as adults, and there's going to be some growing pains, I guess. There's going to be some adjustment period with that, and so it's perfectly normal to go through all kinds of awkward, uncomfortable experiences, pretty much for everyone. So I'm not saying that to in any way minimize your struggles with the ASD. I completely understand and empathize with the added burden of that. However, I think that it's extremely important for you not to define yourself that way, because that's kind of, if you tell yourself in your mind that this is something that limits then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know? So I think it's better to just understand that everyone has difficulties with this at this point in life, and sometimes throughout all of life, you know? And I think it's important to focus on the things that you feel really confident and strong in. So, for example, the fact that you created a YouTube channel, the fact that you are getting 2 degrees, and your interest and skills that you have now been developing in computer science, in graphic design. So I'm sure there's other things as well. These are just kind of the surface area. But what I'm trying to say is focusing on your strengths, your areas of confidence, and your areas of interest and passion, and leading from that place. And like I told you with the YouTube channel, if you focus on your interests and your passions, you will naturally attract to you other people who share those same interests and passions as you, and it will be effortless and easy to connect with them rather than maybe forcing connections with people who don't understand you, don't share your viewpoint, and so on. I think the same exact stuff applies to dating and friendships and social interactions as well. Luckily, we have so many opportunities now with technology to meet all kinds of different people. I think that you're absolutely going to find someone that you connect with in an almost effortless way, where you will not be thinking about awkwardness or discomfort, where you'll be focused on the things that you're interested in, the things you're passionate in about life, and this person will be able to connect with you on that level, and it will just be organic and natural. And something like that can take some time. That's something that is worth, I don't want to say waiting for, because you're not going to sit around and wait for it, but something that's worth having patience for. And I'm not saying you have to wait for it. It could happen tomorrow for all I know. But if you just follow your own personal path of development, of continuing to become the best version of you, you will naturally find that person in your life along the way. Does that make sense? I truly, truly believe that. I have seen that. I've experienced that. I've seen it happen for many people. And I know that it's going to happen for you too. So Jordan, I get the sense that you don't give yourself enough credit for how far you have already come in life, how much you have achieved, how much you're going to achieve. A lot of times it's easy to fall into only seeing the areas that we feel need improvement or that are stressing us out or frustrating us, but it's really important to step back and appreciate the things that you have achieved, the things that you are proud of, and then from a place of feeling good about that, taking on everything else. I know you've been concerned about graduating, and that's perfectly understandable and okay. But what you need to know is that you are doing really great as it is, and you are taking action and initiative to continuously improve it. And the worst case scenario would be, let's say, I don't think it's going to happen, but let's say you don't graduate exactly when you had planned. Okay, that's the worst case scenario. That's okay too. That happens to a lot of people. That actually happened to me, but that's another story. You just do your best and continue doing your best work, improving, and it's going to happen for you when the time is right. It's going to happen for you when you most need it to, and you just have to trust in that and continue doing your best to move yourself forward there. But I wanted to explore the worst case scenario with you, just to take the fear of the unknown out of it, because it's really not as big of a deal as it may seem right now. In the bigger scheme of things, it's really not an issue at all. When you look back at it, when you see it from a higher perspective, it's really all okay. It's all okay. It's all going to be okay. And you have nothing to worry about. You're absolutely on the right track. From everything that I have read about you, everything we have talked about here today, I am very confident that you are going to do great things and you are going to accomplish a lot of stuff to be proud of. So just take time to feel good and know that you are on the right track. And all of the things that you are worried about right now, I promise you, Jordan, they're going to work out in the best possible way for you. So, I'm so happy that you could open up with me and share these things about your life. I'm really glad you could trust me with that. And I'm here to talk whenever you want. Just come by my office, schedule an appointment, and we will talk about anything that is on your mind in school, in your personal life, and just know that there is always someone here for you. And I'm so happy that we got to know each other. It was a pleasure having this session with you, Jordan, and I wish you all the very best in everything you do, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.